Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to speak my mind on a couple concepts that I think it's about time that we began to shed some light on these concepts and these different ideas that are going on in society. And this main concept is the concept of sexuality, sexual orientation, sexual desire, sexuality on the whole. So, in today's society, there is great disillusion, great fear, great shame, great guilt associated with all things of a sexual nature. And although there are many individuals within society who engage in sexual activities in a very joyous, passionate, enthusiastic, loving way, on the other side of the scale, you have individuals who use it as a tool for domination, use it as a tool to instill control and fear in order to maintain control over their objects, their tools. Now, as always with a scale, there is always the middle between those two polarities, that duality. You understand what I'm saying? And between that scale, I would say there were two levels there. On the top, we have the healthy perception of sexuality, and on the bottom, we have the less healthy perception of sexuality, as in my opinion, as I would state. On the top now, the more healthy position, I would say, would be seeing the sexual act as a very energizing, a very powerful tool to connect with other individuals, to strengthen relationships, a tool for intimacy, a tool for pleasure, a tool for joy, a tool for love. And on top of that, the physiological, the biological benefits of sexual activity on a regular basis are beginning to be explored by scientists. Maybe within the last 20 years, many studies have come concerning the benefits of sexuality on the whole. Now, psychologically, sexuality in and of itself is a very shadowy aspect of our psyche, of our psychological makeup, in the sense that when we don't even really talk about sexuality in an open manner. There is great suppression, I would say, concerned around sexuality. There is great ignorance concerned around sexuality. And so I think it all originally goes back to allowing an individual, or showing an individual, that no matter what perspective, what desires they have, they are loved and they are accepted and they have a place in society. Because the moment you make an individual feel as if they are not worthy, they are not, you understand what I'm saying? They don't feel belong. They don't feel like they belong. They don't feel like they're loved. They will always lash out at that structure, because the human in and of itself naturally gravitates towards love, towards affection, and the need to feel accepted and to feel as if one has a purpose. And that is what I would describe as the cause and the energy, the thought that creates rapists, that creates these individuals in society, where they feel the need to lash out at the social structure, reject all forms of control, and to create their own little bubbles where they can totally have complete and total control and dominate all things within that bubble. And that is essentially what a rapist is. An individual who feels the need to dominate everything, who feels the need to constantly assert their power and their control and their dominance. And that really always goes back to, this is another thing I'm talking about, it goes back to the animal within, the feeling of the need to feel powerful, the desire, the urge, the passion within, the animal within. And when that animal is scarred and it is hit and it is lashed, it will fight back in any way possible. And always that animal will always resort to safety. And the first thing that a biological life form learns is survival. And all actions are originally made from the desire to survive, the desire to feel safe, to feel secure. So that is all these individuals are. Individuals who can only feel secure when their external circumstances are completely and totally dominated. You You understand what I'm saying? Now I will speak about different strains of sexuality. We have homosexuality, we have heterosexuality, we have asexuality, we have so many different types of sexuality, transsexuals, bisexuals. There's so many different ways that sexuality in and of itself manifests within our civilization. So I would say that there must be a greater level of acceptance of these individuals. You must I'm not telling anybody to force themselves to love anyone. You don't even have to like them. But anytime you allow an individual to feel as if they don't belong, they will always lash out at the social construct. So with that understanding, not accepting them and rejecting them and making them feel unwanted is only reinforcing the cycle of fear, reinforcing the cycle of rape, reinforcing the cycle of serial killers that we have in society. So what we need to do as individuals within society is to always go back to that original psychological core construct, the need and the desire for love and affection and acceptance. Acceptance. You know what I'm saying? So I personally, in my belief system, what I believe to be true is that all forms of sexuality are valid. All forms of sexuality have the potential for joy and have the potential for sorrow and hatred. Okay? And the only reason an individual will resort to fear or resort to domination is when they feel as if that is the only possible way that they can maintain their survival. Psychological, physical, whatever, spiritual, even so. And that is all violence is. That is the animal within, once again, breaking free from the cage that we in our society hold it in, we control it, we suppress it, and we push it down, we bottle it down. And when that animal is in the street and it sees itself as a target of danger, it will rip out of that cage and will do whatever necessary to survive. And that is all this rape, all these things are just survival. The animal within doing whatever it needs to survive. In their own little twisted way. I'm not judging them, I'm not saying that what they believe is somehow wrong or anything, but that is the only way they see that they can maintain survival. And that is all. So I think that we should reconstruct the judicial system concerning different types of sexuality, allow individuals in society with different strains and types of sexuality to express themselves freely, as long as they do not force anybody against their will to engage in a sexual act. They have complete and total free will to have sex in any way with anybody they wish. And once it is not directly detrimental to their peers, to the other individuals in society, they can be free. You know, that's all I'm saying. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Later in the future, I might be doing some videos. You know, I might start a little campaign concerning, you know, the reconstruction of the entire psychological mechanism that we have in society. You know, I want to get involved in the world. I want to do something out there. Also, you know, I just wish all of you the best in life, the love. Be yourself, follow your joy, love yourself, value yourself, because you are an irreplaceable, impossible. It is impossible to replicate you, because there is such thing as infinity, and in infinity there is no replication. There is only infinity. So value your contribution to the infinite in a constructive, healthy, loving way, without sacrificing your ideals for anyone else's comfort, to the best of your ability. Thank you for your time and good day.